Grandpa went to bed when our talk finished, so I'm heading to my room as well now. But if what Grandpa said is really true... I glanced further down the hallway in the direction of the sacred room. No, what am I thinking? He clearly told me to stay away from him, and the more I anger him, the more mist will gather here. It's too dangerous. Shaking my head, I head back to my room. That morning, the sun is long up when Maru wakes me. Good morning, Biyu! Ah, he's back to his cheerful self. Good. Maru? I sit up in bed, half awake. Wait. Why are you looking so angry all of a sudden? The mighty shove, I managed to push him out of the room and quickly lock the door. From outside, I hear Maru tripping with a yelp and groaning as he sits up. Oops, maybe that was a bit too rough, but still! I quickly dress myself in more proper clothes. Biyu, that hurt! What did I do? Didn't you wake me up like this too? I try to ignore him until I'm ready. What was that dress though? It was cute. Why didn't you wear it more often? Oh, this is too embarrassing. When I'm finally dressed, I open the door again, only to find Maru sitting in front of my room on his legs. The moment he spots me, he jumps up right away though. Aww, you changed your clothes. Please don't sound disheartened about something like that. Maru, it's improper to enter a woman's room without permission. Eh? Why? Because we need to properly dress ourselves, and you're a man. He blinks, not getting it. Just don't do it anymore, okay? You can knock on my door if you want to wake me up. Aww. Okay, if you say so. I'll knock from now on. You can still enter my room to wake me up, though. Why are you offering? I try to hide my smile with my hand, but it doesn't work too well. You're just being silly now. Anyway, what did you come here for? Well, I heard something really extremely very, very bad when I was talking to the other guests here. What did they say? Aside from the new guests, we also have people who've been staying with us for a while now. Some of them will leave soon because they've recovered enough skills and information to manage on their own again. I guess Maru spoke to those regulars if he heard some news about this place. I hope they didn't tell him anything weird. That this is a shrine for a god too. What? Don't laugh, Biyu. You can do it. Hold it in. Hold it. What? Why is that unsettling? Well, it's the god Senrei, isn't it? Yes. And you work here as a shrine maiden, don't you? Yes. And shrine maidens worship the god of the shrine they work in, right? The moment I nod, Maru responds as if I've launched him to some kind of dark pit of agony and despair. I feel a bit sorry for him now, and I'm not even sure why. How can this be? How can what be? Thank God he's a real jerk, and you're not a jerk. I smile. Thank you. You're welcome. Don't change the subject. It still doesn't match up. How is this possible? How do you know he's a jerk? I think I remember something like that. Plus this mist is his doing, right? Maru gives the nearby mist a nasty look. Yes. After what happened yesterday, I'm still not sure who or what Maru is exactly. I'm sure he isn't human, but other than being able to take the form of a tiger, I don't know much about him. Whatever he is, it must have been the reason for his amazing memory recovery. Perhaps Senrei was an old enemy of Maru. I can see why the two wouldn't get along. Well then, he's evil, and you're too nice to be worshipping him. I think he'll have some trouble understanding my motives, so I'll just say... Well, it doesn't mean I can't be evil as well. I cough, speaking in a softer and darker voice. Actually, I'm not that nice. Huh? I battle monsters and I have trained tickling powers. Perhaps I do fit the god Senrei. No, even if you do those scary things, I still think you're nice. I giggle. Can't you worship another god? Oh? Which one do you recommend? I know what's coming if he's really a follower of. The one that has a shrine on the hill, of course. So why should I worship that god? Well... I don't want to force you to worship him, of course, but it's better than being without a job or worshipping a jerk. That says little about the god itself, doesn't it? And what about my house? I live here. You can live in that other shrine. No, can you imagine what sleeping would be like next to an evil forest? It must be scary. Is that why there are no shrine maidens there? Exactly. This is a problem. I'll find a solution, though. Don't worry about it. Anyway, shall we go eat breakfast? It was already late when I woke up, so now it's really time I... Oh, darn. Liufan must have prepared breakfast again. I'm really terrible. Don't worry. I helped him this time. It went fine. I blink. Really? How nice of you. And then he helped me prepare something good, too. So we'll be having breakfast somewhere else. He picks up a bag I hadn't noticed until now. It was resting against the wall all this time. Huh. Where are we going to eat, then? You'll see. He takes my hand. But why are we eating outside? Why? Because I'm taking you on a date, you silly. Aw. My eyes widen and I'm left speechless. Maru doesn't seem to mind, pulling me along just as merrily as ever. A date? Liufan, did you help him prepare for a date with me? You're blushing. I'm not blushing. Why the pout? I think he's cute. Okay, I'm blushing. That's so cute. And so, I'm going on my very first date. Walking over the bridge, we arrive at the center of town. I took Maru here before when I showed him the Monument of the Tiger, but this is... They're doing a play. Isn't it great? Oh, what's wrong? Oh, you looked really happy just now. I've never seen you look that happy before. Now that he mentions it, I notice I'm smiling broadly. I laugh. I am happy. I didn't know they were doing a play today. I love plays. That's great. I've never seen one myself, but when Liufan told me about it, I thought it'd be really fun. Liufan mentioned it? But the last play was held years ago. Did you read about it somewhere? We sit down and unpack our breakfast. There are a lot of sweet things and fruits in it. I'm amused a tiger likes this more than meat. Taking a few bites, it's obvious Liufan helped him out. I smile as I continue to eat with Maru. It's nice to see they're getting along better than before. Yes, plays are really fun. Usually the actors wear all these amazingly made masks to portray monsters and the like. It takes a lot of skill to make just one of them, but they're so great. Oh, you seem to know a lot about this. Hey, I'm sorry, did I talk too much about it? I get carried away when it comes to this. Don't worry, it's fine. Where did you learn all these things? My father used to be an actor in such plays. Wow, that's amazing! Did he make those masks too? I smile. Yes, he did. He even made one for me. I'd like to meet him, but I haven't seen him at your home. Did he go on a trip? In a way. He went looking for someone in the forest and just never returned. Why didn't he return? Not sure. I like to think that he found a beautiful place beyond the forest. He always joked that he'd take us out there one day so we could experience a magical, magnificent, beautiful world fit for such ladies. I chuckle. Maybe you'll meet up again one day. Yeah, that would be nice. I do notice him looking a bit more down than before. I bet he was playing dumb just not to upset me. Well, I'm not going to ruin his work. I look back at the actors as they set things up. I wonder why they decided to do a play again now of all times. Oh, I know that one. Those people are talking about how the mist decreased, so they're celebrating. He points over to some actors standing further up ahead. I nearly dropped the rest of my breakfast. But the mist was still here when I woke up today. Look, it's here too. I motion around us. The area is covered in mist like always. True. Maybe it's only at some parts around here? That could be. Well, it's a good sign nonetheless. Did Senrei calm down for some reason? I really don't understand why, but it's not like I'm complaining. I can't wait to walk around and see everything clearly for once. How good are your ears anyway? You cheater. Hee. Aw. In a good mood, I finish my breakfast. Today is starting off great. Look, Biyu, they're beginning. Let's move closer so we can get a better look. Yes! I get up excitedly and near the crowd. The music plays and the actors start talking jovially to each other. Soon I'm completely absorbed, afraid to miss even a second. As Maru said, it really is to celebrate the decreasing mist, as the stories about how troublesome times started and how they're ending now. If only I could see that for myself. A place without mist. I look around. I missed the rest of the play because I'm too busy watching the world around me. No mist. The mist is gone. It's really gone. I look back. Maru, the mist is really... Maru isn't standing next to me. Maru? He's nowhere to be seen. I got so caught up watching the play that I didn't pay attention to him. I should have noticed he was unnaturally quiet. I don't even know when exactly he left because I was watching the whole time. Maru, you idiot! Why didn't you leave? Why'd you leave without saying anything? Maru? Maru! Pushing myself through the crowd gets me some annoyed looks, but I don't care. The crowd! Sir, you were standing behind me, so did you see a young man with... Maru isn't exactly ordinary looking, so someone must have seen him wander off. Questioning the man does indeed leave me with quick results, as he tells me. Maru walked off towards the marketplace earlier. Is he trying to buy something? There's an event going on. The only stands are near the play, and the merchants only sell their wares here during the mornings anyway. If so, what's keeping him? Did he leave only recently? I quickly make my way to the market streets as dozens of questions fill my head. As expected, the streets are completely deserted. There's no sign of Maru either. Did he perhaps go back home? I'm getting really worried now. Huh? In the corner of my eye, I notice something strange and look down. Some dense black mist suddenly nears me with quite the speed. With a yelp, I stumble away from the black mist. It soon loses interest in me and heads further down the street. But what is this? What on earth is it looking for? Don't tell me. I hurry after it, turning around the corner. Ah! I rush straight into a street shrouded in black mist. Even though I run back, it's as if the mist is alive now, actively chasing me instead of idly floating around. It's incredibly dense, too. I can barely see a thing. Is this what happened to all the mist in town? Is it hiding in places where people don't notice it, only to lure them in like a trap? I breathe heavily, resting for a moment. The black mist wastes no time. It feels nearly solid to the touch now, flowing over me. I can't win from this. I'm gonna lose my memory, too. I've seen so many people forget already. It was only a matter of time until I joined everyone. I've been prepared for years. It would have been fine. So, why did you have to give me false hope? At the top of my lungs, I cry out for help. And for the first time in my life, I'm praying to a god I don't know. I know it probably won't help me since I'm not a follower. But Maru is around here too, isn't he? Please, help Maru. He's your follower. And I heard you were a nice god. Biyu, please wake up. Someone is shaking me. When I come to, Maru is kneeling close to me. I sit up in one swift movement. You're awake now. Are you okay? What? The mist was... You were... It doesn't matter now, just... A sharp sound echoes through the shrine. Maru doesn't say a thing. My hand is hanging still in midair, but I soon bring it down and clutch my skirt tightly. You fool! Stupid! Idiot! Jerk! Crying out, I keep yelling at him, unable to hold back anymore. Of course it matters! Where did you go to suddenly? I was looking all over for you! The mist was following me. I didn't want you to... I know it was following you. It only vanished when you disappeared with it. But then, if you understand, why are you so angry? I was worried, you idiot! Don't go disappearing on me! Why didn't you tell me anything, you idiot! Stupid! I yelled so much my throat hurts and I'm out of breath. Maru just whispers a soft apology. I hold him tightly and finally calm down a little. Thank God you're alright. Thank your God. You were right, he really is nicer. That God. Hey, is this the first time you prayed to a different God? I nod. You prayed in my stead, didn't you? But what would you ask of him if I told you he'd definitely listen to you too? It's obvious. I prayed for something many, many times in my life. If he could grant my wish, if he... I stare at Maru as my thoughts crumble. Maru, why would he listen to me? What would you ask of him? I would ask him to stop Senrei. If this is possible, if he's really listening, then please just Stop, Senrei. He stands up and pats my head. I promised I'd do my best from now on, right? So leave it to me. I look at Maru with wide eyes. This god. Maru is... Maru? Don't! I hurry to my feet, but I'm too late. A white tiger fearlessly jumps from the hill into the monster meadow. Flower petals fly up in the air upon his descent, and once more when he dashes off towards my home. You idiot! I run after him as fast as I can. My speed is laughable. Don't you dare get hurt before I get there, Maru. If you haven't stopped Senrei before now, that means you couldn't, right? Please be alright.